I wrote down some stuff very quickly, where you are right now in your life. I noticed you reading it. There's a female who's crossed. Who is this female? Young.
My aunt.
I don't get that your aunt, that this female passed away in an accident. I don't get that. Correct?
Yeah.
I think it's natural but unnatural causes. You're getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Natural but unnatural. Unfortunately, I don't get an old woman that crossed over.
No.
I get stomach to chest.
It was a drug overdose.
Okay, stomach to chest. Stomach to chest means, and I wish you wouldn't have said it because it's up to me to do my work. Stomach to chest means to, I don't believe that she actually died from the drug administered. I think she died from asphyxiation, which is stomach fluid coming up and choking her, so stomach to chest. Are you in the middle of career change?
Yeah.
Okay. What is white around you, or the work that you do, what is white?
Nursing.
Nursing, all right. So white, it's symbolic of the nursing career. Sometimes I'm not seeing the career. I'm seeing something, but I'm not seeing the actual career. And what do you do with computers? What are you doing presently with computers? And I'm not talking about the work.
Studying.
Studying. What are we studying for?
For the NCLEX. For the boards for nursing. Because I just graduated school.
Okay. So, did you graduate the head of your class? You graduated the tail end of your class?
No.
You graduated in the middle. Could you have applied yourself better?
Yeah.
Okay. I do think, sweetheart, that you're a lot in your head. You do a lot of thinking. So a lot of thinking, a lot of... Tell me about the last Christmas with your aunt, and I will give you the message from her.
I had asked her about her. She had told me that she was going to get married to her boyfriend that she was only seeing for a few months.
Okay. And
that they were talking about getting married.
do you think that this gentleman helped her situation as far as drugs are concerned?
I didn't think he heard it, but I didn't think he. I didn't know him well.
All right. You don't think he enhanced it?
I don't think so.
Okay. Tell me about her mother.
Barbara, my grandmother. She has MS. They were very close.
All right. She missed you at the last Christmas. You couldn't help her. There was no way that you could do anything for her. She was already in her own world of difficulties. What did she take?
Painkillers.
Pills and, you know, the other things she ingested? All right.
I don't know. My grandparents didn't. I feel like they keep it secret.
Okay. I think that this particular individual was not only on pills, which I already wrote. I think there was a boost of liquor in her system, and I think just mixture, just I'm going to suggest a book for you to read called God on a Harley. And it's about self-love. It's a wonderful, wonderful book. And it happens to be about a nurse, and I think it's a wonderful book for you to read. If there was one on hand, I'd give it to you, just to say, this is what you need to read. And it's about love, but it's really about loving yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself first, how are you capable of sharing with a young man? Right? But we know that your loved ones from the other side love you very dearly. I don't believe that this woman meant to do what she did to herself, but I can say she wasn't a very happy camper. But on the other side, she's very happy. Let's go to something a little happy. Let's go to your love life. We're going to the man in your life and your choices. I would say to you that your choices are far better now than you've made in a very, very long time. So throughout the years, you've made some good mistakes, but they were healthy because they got you to be who the person you are and to get this man in your life. Now, do you feel at times you need to kick his butt?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that you do. Clinton, we met a couple of weeks ago, and you had some great questions, and we didn't have time to complete all the list of questions. And I couldn't give you all the answers at that time that you needed because we were kind of backed up. Now, I just sat with your girlfriend. Give me your date of birth before I go on.
08/15/92.
Tell me about motors before I go into your question of to ask you the questions that you had for me. Tell me about motors.
I'm always playing with motorcycles or cars and trucks. I'm always working on something. It's a big part of my life.
And the reason why I asked that, earlier when your girlfriend was sitting there, and I didn't pick it up until later, a motorcycle was revving. And I needed to know why we're hearing that noise on camera. So it's about you. Is your motor always revving? Are you always ready to run?
To say the least.
Okay. So we need to sit down, breathe, and just relax when you're looking to run away, when you're looking, and discuss things with her, and you're going to find that you have a better relationship. The sex is going to be better, the dinners are going to be better, and life will be better if you communicate, because there's so many things that a young couple could do together to bring happiness into the union. Give me some of your questions.
Last time you pointed out, you asked me what happened at a certain age. You asked me about, you started pointing out injuries that you can't see. I don't walk with a limp. I don't have any tell of them, and I couldn't believe that. And then we started talking about my career change and what's going on with that now. And at the time when we talked about it, I was really kind of unsure about, because you said you need more education, and then I went home that night, it kept rattling around in my head, and I kind of went and I looked up, and I by coincidence, I found the second best school for the career trade that I'm going into. It's in the same state as my mom's located in right now, and I'm not going to be living with her when I go down there, but it's given me a way to get down to the school and visit it and explore the options and really start a career and not just have a job anymore.
Let me start with the accidents to explain what I do, because it's very difficult for me to explain because sometimes I don't understand it. Growing up, I was the why person. Why me? How do I see these things? How do I see the injuries in a person? I came to Earth, I was born like everybody else, nothing different from anybody else. And as I grew up, I would see things that were different. I would feel things that were different. So to see your injuries is like if my eyes were an X-ray. And I see and I feel it inside here, that I know where someone was injured or hurt or what they physically did to their body. I've been doing this from early on, from a very early age. To give you corrective criticism, it doesn't mean I'm scolding the individual, but that's to help the person move along. As far as your career change, that's another thing. If someone out there tells me that Clinton's going to change his career, I'm here to guide you and help you so you can go to look for that computer. But do I know really that night you're going to go to a computer? I know what I'm giving you as information to help you along.
I kind of felt like it was a slap in the face and kind of like, what are you doing? You love what you're doing now, just follow it. And so I took the advice.
And I thank you for that, Clinton. It's not really a slap in the face. The universe, when I speak of universe, I'm speaking about God, and I believe that every religion is based on one principle. We all see him or her in a different light. And when God says, or the universal God says that Clinton should be doing this, and you're not doing it, he's going to give you a gentle, she's going to give you a gentle push, correct? So I was told to give you a gentle push besides cracking you in the back of your head. No, I don't believe that you would live with your mother in another state. I think you and your mother can be friends on the telephone and once in a while sit down and have dinner. When the dinner's over, let me get the hell out of here.
You pretty much nailed it.
I don't want the dessert. But now that you're moving to another state, correct? Another state? What are we going to do about?
She's hoping to come with me, and we've talked about things, and I've pretty much said, like, I have to do this for me. I can't.
That's about, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Clinton, but that's about self-love. Right now it's about you. One day she's going to be a mother, hopefully, and she will be, not just hopefully, and you'll be the father, because I believe that you and her can have a long relationship, a long life relationship, and create a nest. But first, you're right, you have to do for yourself. And in her career, she can take her career anywhere. But just remember, if you're pulling her out of state, you have to be more understanding of her, because she doesn't know the community that you live in. Now, you said she loves you. I didn't hear you say, I am so in love with her, I want her at my side.
I said that I love her, so that's why.
That's not enough. Some people need, I love her, and she needs to be at my side. Can you say that?
I love her, and she needs to be at my side.
Because she's standing behind that wall there, listening to everything that we say. I am sure. Clinton, do you have any questions?
Last time we talked about my first accident when I was 17, and I kind of always thought, because I don't remember anything about the accident. I just remember waking up in the hospital and my life being completely changed afterwards.
All right.
And I always just kind of felt like out of control of that.
Out of control of your life, or out of control from the accident, or did you feel like a new individual?
I felt new afterwards. I didn't feel like the same person.
Did you start making changes towards your family?
No. At the time, I was enlisted in the United States Air Force. I was due to leave in a year. I finished work one night and I went over to a friend's house, and on my way home I was hit by a drunk driver. And I remember getting done work and leaving to go to her house, but I don't remember anything past that. Okay. And I always kind of felt like it was just like somebody reaching into my life, messing everything up. And then...
Well, it's not actually reaching in, you're almost there with what you're asking. It's not like someone reaching in and just messing up your whole life because you had this accident. You have this accident. What takes place is the angels step in and help you out, and they change your life. And then you take on almost a persona of another individual, your way of thinking, your way of doing things. It's because the universal God has touched your heart. And you'll see things differently and you'll think differently. So it's like the bonding of Clinton and the universal angel, we're going to call it. And the reason why I use a universal angel is because we don't know yet who actually guided you into the situation that you are today. Why do you may know things? And you ever know things that are going to happen that you say, but how do I know this?
And yeah, like how I got here.
How you got here? What do you mean how you got here?
The whole reason that I ended up meeting you was I was at work, and I work at a retirement community, and I work with a lot of older people, and I was doing something for an older lady, and she just started talking to me, and she guessed my zodiac sign out of the air and started talking to me about this stuff. And I got creeped out a little bit by it, because a week before my motorcycle accident when I was 17, my mom had just seen a card reader, and she comes up to me and she goes, my card reader told me you're going to get hurt, and she told me you're going to get discharged and you're going to break your wrist. And I was like, get out of here. I was like, she's mom, just mom being mom, going to a meeting with her friends and getting a bad reading.
Well, I don't like to... I'm sorry to interrupt you. I don't like to tell people you're going to have an accident, this is going to happen. If a person needed a doctor, I would say, you should really visit your doctor. I'm not in the medical field, but you need to visit your doctor. I don't like to give warnings like you're going to get discharged, you're going to get this, you're going to get that, because what happens, that stays in the person's head and it starts to create it. I'm not saying whoever read for your mother was wrong, because apparently she was right. But it's your destiny to have had that accident. It was your destiny to break your wrist. It was your destiny destiny for the Air Force, and it's your destiny for going back to the old lady in the hospital, because that woman, and I hated to call, shouldn't have called her an old lady, the elderly woman is here and there, meaning she's here in the earth plane and she's on the death side also. So she's seeing things a little bit differently. She's seeing the true essence of life, which is death. So therefore, you're pulled to come here, not because I'm dead or I'm better than anybody else. You're pulled to come here because you already know the answer. You knew you were going to meet me prior to us meeting. Mm-hmm. Can you understand that? Because having a near-death experience opens up something in our heads or in our third eye to see things that are happening in the future. You follow what I mean? You're a big dude. I'm not talking about your weight, but you're a big dude, and you don't want to be sensitive, but you are sensitive. Can you understand that? You like to hide behind this macho thing, but you have feelings, and go with those gut feelings. Don't ever be afraid. You go and educate yourself, do all the wonderful things that you were meant to do, because you have a good woman waiting for you.